Good morning, Mom. This is the report of Group 3, Employee Benefit. What are the employees' benefits? Benefits in kind, also called fringe benefits, perquisites, perks, are various non-wage compensations provided to employees in addition to their normal wages. Or salaries, where an employee exchanges cash wages for some other form of benefits. This is generally referred to as a salary sacrifice arrangement. Ang employee benefits o kilala rin bilang fringe benefits ay mga karagdagang kompensasyon na ibinibigay sa mga empleyado bukod sa kanilang regular na sahod. Maaaring kasama dito ang health insurance, bayad na bakasyon, retirement plans, tulong sa matrikula, at iba pang mga benepisyo na nagdaragdag sa kabuuang kompensasyon ng isang empleyado. Ang uri at saklaw ng mga benepisyong ito ay maaaring mag-iba-iba depende sa employer sa partikular na trabaho at sa antas ng karanasan at kasanayan ng mga empleyado. Natawag ring fringe benefits ay mga karagdagang kompensasyon na ibinibigay sa mga empleyadong bukod sa kanilang regular na sahod. Maaaring kasama dito ang mga benepisyo tulad ng health insurance, bayad na bakasyon, retirement plans, tulong sa matrikula at iba pang mga perks o pribilehiyo. Ang mga ito ay nagdaragdag sa mga kabuuang kompensasyon ng isang empleyado. Ang uri at saklaw ng mga benepisyong ito ay maaaring mag-iba-iba depende sa employer, sa partikular na trabaho at sa antas ng karanasan at kasanayan ng empleyado.
So, some of the benefits are housing, employer provided or employer paid, group insurance, health, life, and etc. So, disability income protection. So, the disability income protection is a form of insurance that ensures the beneficiaries earn income against the risk that a disability creates a barrier for completion of core work functions. So, for example, the workers may be unable to maintain composure in the case of psychological disorder or sustain an injury, illness, or conditions that causes physical impairment or capacity to work. So, the next is retirement benefits. Then, reimbursement. The reimbursement, a money paid to an employee or customer or another party as repayment for a business expense, insurance, taxes, or other costs. Then, sick leave, vacation, paid and non-paid. Then, social security profit sharing, funding of education, and other specialized benefits.
Perks refers to those benefits of a more discretionary nature. Often perks are given to employees who are doing notably well and or have seniority. Common perks are take-home vehicles, hotel stays, free refreshments, leisure activities on work time, stationary allowances. So, the perks benefit is are additional advantages or rewards that employees receive beyond their regular salaries or wages. And these benefits can vary widely depending on the employer and may include things like health insurance, retirement plans, paid time off, bonuses, and other incentive. And offering perks can help attract and retain top talent, boost employee morale, and increase job satisfaction. And the common perks is employers often offer to employees includes like health insurance, retirement plans, paid time off, flexible work arrangements, yes, wellness programs, education assistance, childcare assistance, employee discounts, transportation benefits, and the last is employee assistance program. So in the hotel home vehicles and hotel stays, yes, it looks like there might be a typo in your questions, like did you mean to ask about hotel home vehicles or something else related to hotels. The last is free refreshment leisure activities on work time. Stationary allowances. Yes. So, free refreshments is a typically refers to complimentary foods and beverages provided to employees during work hours. Leisure activities on work time might include activities like golf, which some companies offer as part of employee benefits, or team building exercises. Stationary allowances is usually refers to funds allocated by an employer for employees to purchase stationery or office supplies. And the last is these perks can enhance employee satisfactions and well-being, contributing to a positive work environment.
HR rules and responsibilities in changing environment. The HR rules and responsibility needs to react to these basic requests by the organization to keep the level of the satisfaction. Ang mga tungkulin at responsibilidad ng HR ay kailangan tumugon sa pangunahing kahilingan ng organisasyon upang mapanatili ang antas ng kasiyahan. Ibig sabihin, kailangan maging proaktibo ang HR sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan at inaasahan ng mga empleyado upang mapanatili ang kanilang kasiyahan at dedikasyon sa kanilang trabaho. Sa kasalukuyan, higit pa ang inaasahan na maibigay ng HRM, hindi lamang limitado sa pangangasiwa sa mga empleyado, ngayon ay kasama na rin sa mga tungkulin ng HR ang pagiging strategic partner ng organization. Kailangan nilang magbigay ng mga estratehiya at programa na makakatulong sa pag-abot ng mga layunin ng organisasyon. At higit sa lahat, kailangan nilang i-adjust ang kanilang mga tungkulin at responsibilidad upang maging ganap na akma sa mga pagbabago sa organisasyon at sa paligid nito. Ito ay maaaring sa pamamagitan ng pag-aaral ng mga bagong trend at best practices sa HRM at pagpapatupad ng mga ito sa organisasyon.
These are the HR roles have to be adjusted to. Keep human resource management function focused on tracking and implementing new trends in the industry. It is important to keep up with industry trends to help gain experience, identify opportunities for growth, and give a competitive edge. Number 2, keep human resource management function focused on helping the line management to implement improvements. Team leaders or managers need to be consistently focused on developing their employee skills, including communication, teamwork, decision-making, flexibility, mental agility, and motivation. Great managers bring out the best in people and help their employees shine. Number 3, keep human resource management function focused on operational excellence. Keep human resource management function responsible for developing the human capital potential in the organization. The term human capital refers to the economic value of a worker's experience and skills. Human capital includes assets like education, training, intelligence, skills, health, and other things employees value, such as loyalty and punctuality.
Company ug dili lang pud ka dapat magpakita og good services sa imong kumpanya kundi sa imong sa job market or sa labor market. So the third one is demonstrate the will to drive the main HR processes to keep the organization in the excellent health. So panatilihin ra Japon ang will to drive sa main HR processes para mapanatili ang kaayusan sa kumpanya og para di san malugi ang imong kumpanya. So the last one is keep HRM supporting the business strategy to reach the business initiative. So ang last one is panatilihin ang HRM function sa business strategy para maabot nimo ang main goal sa imong kumpanya. Amo nang kailangan nimo sundon ra Japon ang main strategy sa imong kumpanya. So thank you po.
Demonstrate the will to drive and main HR processes to keep the organization in excellent health. Ang mga yamang tao ay natatangi sa bawat organisasyon, kaya hindi ito maaaring kopyahin at ilipat bilang isang sistema sa bilang organisasyon. Ang pangunahing layunin ng pamamahala ng mapagkukunan ng tao ay ang mga align ng mga layunin at interest ng mga individual sa mga layunin at interest na organisasyon. Halimbawa ng isang HR management ay maaaring mapatupad ng isang programa para sa pagpapalakas ng mga kasanayan ng mga empleyado tulad ng seminar at mga workshop. Sa ganitong paraan ay sa mga empleyado ay makakaroon ng mas malalim na kaalaman at kakayahan na magagamitin nila sa kanilang trabaho na magbubunga ng mas mataas na produktibidad at pagganap. Sa kabilang banda, ang organisasyon ay makaka-benepisyo rin dahil sa pagpataas ng produktibidad at pagganap ng mga empleyado ang nagdudulot ng mas mataas na kita at tagumpay para sa negosyo. And last, keep HRM function supporting the business strategy, reach the business initiatives. Ito ay isang malaking tulong sa pagpapalakas ng relasyon sa pagitan ng mga empleyado at organisasyon na nagpapalakas din sa kultura ng organisasyon at nagpapatusay sa pagkakalahatang pagganap ng negosyo. Thank you.